The Impostor actually started when Don came in and said he wanted to build a car for his wife, Elma.
We got married and had that car for the first couple of years of our marriage, so that was a car that had a lot of emotional attachment for us.
So we found a car, and he said to me, he says, you know, it's a little long, maybe we want to shorten it a little bit. And I thought, maybe we want to shorten it a lot, because that car is really long. And I kind of pitched the idea to him, what if we go buy a brand new Corvette, bring it in the shop, take the body off, and put your Impala on it. Once we got that chassis down to its bare essential, just the chassis and a little bit of the engine surround, we mounted that on that structure, cut it in half, and we were able to just slide it apart the 7 5/8 inches, replace what was missing, and then drop the Impala body over it, shortening the wheelbase of the Impala 7 inches, taking another 7 inches off the back of it, bringing the top down 1 1/4 inches. The top is actually shorter, 8 inches overall. The windshield is pulled back 2 inches. All very, very subtle modifications.
We were interested in doing a custom, 65 Chevy Impala Super Sport. The whole concept of combining it with a brand new Corvette was not something that we were aware of had been done in significant fashion.
I didn't want to take any of the stock motors, wires, tubing, hoses, everything leaves stock. So if something goes wrong, she can pull into a dealership, they can plug it into the computer and put a brand new part in, and she can continue on. We called it the Impostor because it's actually a Chevy Corvette in 1965 clothing. It's been highly modified, but it's still a 65 Impala, but underneath, it's purely a Corvette. The other reason it works as the Impostor is Don and Elma drove a 65 Impala on their honeymoon. This is not that car. It's better than that car, but it's the Impostor. We started building this car, and as we went, then Don wanted to get more involved and maybe go to Detroit for the Riddler show.
I had documented on paper what we thought we were going to accomplish or wanted to accomplish in the build. And we discussed that with Chip to a significant degree, to the point where we had kind of a consensus.
What I wanted to do was take the approach of, what if in 1965, the Corvette studio at General Motors decided to build a muscle car as well as the sports car that we all know. So all of the styling cues on this car are based on a 65 Corvette. It's the most work we've ever done on any car here at Foose Design, because so much work to try and make those beautiful parts, to make the bottom of the car as pretty as the top of the car. If I'm going to build a Riddler car, I am going to address the entire chassis as a piece of sculpture and artwork, and that's where the Riddler has gone lately. It is unbelievable what has been done on these cars that compete. What you see is exactly what you would have bought from a General Motors dealership. It's all there. It just had to be dressed to become a Riddler contender.
The reality was that the car is a 350-pound mama. And his idea was to put it on a diet, slim it down to 125-pound beauty. It was kind of the idea behind it. So a lot of subtle stuff goes on when you take it from 300 pounds or 350 to 125. And a lot of it isn't that noticeable, but it feels good when you look at the car.
Being a designer can also be a curse because you see things you want to fix and you'll nitpick and you're trying to make it absolutely perfect. The subtleties between what you see and don't see, I don't think everybody else sees it, but it's things that can just drive me crazy. And that quest for perfection takes a lot of time. So we've been on this car now for 6 years, but by the time we're done with it, I've looked at every single square inch of this car and I can tell you exactly what it is. I could draw every little detail, but it's that attention to all those details. That's what it takes to build a Riddler car.
It'll speak very softly to you, and it'll reveal itself through close analysis. And you will strain to look, and then you will appreciate. And I think the car really speaks that way. We spent a lot of time on color. And we originally had the car, when we had it in 67, 68, 69, it was a green car. And so we were wanting to maybe go to the green. And we worked at that for a while, and then we decided that maybe we should go to a apricot and a champagne kind of combination. And then we began to refine that color combination to the point that you see here now.
I pick colors not only for the owner, but also the owner's wife. So I pay attention to the way they decorate their house, the clothes that they wear, and I want Don's wife, Elma, to absolutely fall in love with this car. Color, design, textures, interior, wheels, tires, every element we are doing for them. My goal is to bring them together to share this experience as they take it out and share with everybody what we've done for them. As a designer, as you're working on this car, I don't know exactly what I want to do when I first look at it. You learn as you're building and you want to fix this and you want to fix that and you want to make everything as perfect as you can. That's why it takes this long to build a car that you're proud to take to Detroit and compete for an award like the Riddler.
When you combine two cars, just like anything else in life, when you combine things, what do you get? Here we have a Corvette and a Chevy Impala that got put together. And you're always a bit nervous what is going to come off as a combination. But Chip is he's a very good blender on those kind of things. And he had a vision and he brought it together, and we're not disappointed.
When I started Foose Design, my goal was to have a shop that I could bring in craftsmen and give them the opportunity to build the best cars that they can build. And I can't do that without guys like Don Voth. They're opening their wallet and paying us to build this car. He doesn't need another hot rod. We're doing something that is 100% unnecessary, but the best thing about it is it's 100% passion driven. It's from the heart. Don wants this car. He wants to give it to his wife. And I can't thank them enough for the opportunity, because I can't afford to build a car like this. And without our customers, you know, they come in and we start to meet each other and we go through a project like this. We become good friends by the end of it. I can't thank them enough for allowing myself and the team to make their dream come true. For me, it's an honor to be able to build a car like this. Not only to show the design capabilities of Foose Design, but also the craftsmanship, the old world craftsmanship, because we're building by hand. There are a few parts that are, you know, built with a mill and computer controlled, but the essential of this car is hand built, the way that cars used to be built. And when you spend this much time with a team building cars like this, you know, I'll see cars that we built in the past, and what they represent to me is a period of time that all of us came together and did something really cool for someone. And that's what the Impostor is. This is a group of guys that are so talented, women, companies, everybody coming together to do their absolute best for Don and Elma Both. And I want to thank everybody from Foose Design and everybody on that team list, because without you, it'd just be pictures on paper.